Hey friends, what's good? Welcome to Storytime. So, trigger warning sounds come out of the mic. I'm going to say that at the beginning now from now on because I'm trying with this microphone. It's cheap. It's cheap. So, today's story is about going to church with grandma. So, I Around the time that grandma took us to Expo 86, I was 16, my brother was 13. My grandparents were Catholic, and they went to a French Catholic church. So now I spoke a little French growing up, and my brother I don't think spoke any, but we neither one of us knew Latin, and we didn't speak fluently barely any English because we were teenagers. And for us to go and sit in and listen to an entire service in Latin and French was not a highlight of my brother and I's life. And I remember that my grandma was absolutely passionate about taking us to church and kind of presenting us something that she was very deeply involved in with God. I can't say the church as much as with God and her faith. So I felt like yes, we should go and we need to just respect the fact that Grandma's taking us to church with her. And we had gone to church for years, but maybe not the Catholic Church as much, maybe more Baptist or evangelical free churches, that kind of thing. But this was a huge church in Vancouver, and the big steps, and absolutely gorgeous, and brick, and a beautiful building. But walking in there, for some reason, it felt so foreign and so strange to me. And I remember doing a few things that I kind of regret because, and I know my brother might regret some of the stuff he did too, but we, within the first couple of minutes, realizing that there was no English being spoken, we had to figure out how are we going to get through this. Like we would look at each other. My brother was, I think he had the headphones, like the Walkman with him. I was holding a rosary. I remember walking in and him putting his finger in the holy water and flicking it. And I didn't know what to do. Like it was really foreign to me. So that it was the most tense time I'd ever spent in church in my life. And I remember having the rosary in my hand and spinning it while the pastor or the guy at the front was speaking. I was spinning it around and it clicked the pew, like it hit the pew a few times. It was dead silent in this place. So we're talking about kids that are, 16 and 13 that are social and were teenagers and stuff. And it was so boring. It was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. So I got in trouble. I think it was the most trouble I'd ever been in with my grandparents because we were making noise with the rosary. My brother was playing with his music, and I think at one time I might have had music myself. I'm not sure, but I might have even put headphones on in the church. Like it was awful. It was awful. I went for grandma. I don't regret it, but it was the worst church situation I've ever been in. And my mom said to me this morning, she goes, yeah, that's what I had to. I grew up with that, and I thought, there's no way, there's no way. Like if you're gonna go do something, especially for God, make it fun. Like have a good time. Don't go and sit and do this regimented in another language kind of church. It was too much for my young brain to even to even understand or comprehend. So I was very excited when I went back to my own place up in 100 Mile and went to my own church, which is a little Baptist church, and enjoyed listening to the English speaking pastor and singing hymns I could understand. And I don't know, no offense to anybody who's Catholic or your faith or any of that stuff, but it was just one of those experiences that I'm never going to forget. And I'm pretty certain my grandma never forgot it because we weren't very good kids that day. I'm sure we got a good talking to, and I don't know if they still give out spankings at 16, but it would have been a good time to do it. Anyways, that's my story. Thank you for hanging out for 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys. So God bless you. Like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications for more stories on nostalgia and irrelevant content. And I don't edit. I do a one-time take, and this is how it is. This is me. So welcome to my world. Anyway, have a great day. God bless you.